Okay, so let's have a look at some of the world's biggest rivers. We're going to start off with the River Yangtze, which is the longest river in Asia and the third longest river in the whole world. It flows for 6,418 kilometers from glaciers on the Tibetan Plateau to the East China Sea in Shanghai. Now, the Yangtze is heavily polluted by local industry, which means that a lot of companies and factories dump their waste into the river, and that has led to the river dolphin that used to be there becoming extinct. And the river is home to 3 endangered species: the Chinese alligator, the Chinese paddlefish, and the river pig, which is also known as the porpoise. So, if we have a look, these are the mountains in Tibet, the Tibetan Plateau, where the source of the Yangtze can be found, and it's just a little trickle before it turns into a giant river. Here we've got the dolphin, which is now extinct, the river dolphin, the Chinese alligator, the paddlefish, and the Chinese pig, which is not what you expect. It is a cute porpoise, and unfortunately these are becoming endangered. Now let's move on. We've got the Amazon River, which is the second longest river in the world and has the largest capacity, so it can hold the most water. At its widest point, the river is 6 miles wide, and the river source is formed by melting glaciers found high in the mountains of Peru. And then it flows all the way through Brazil, Ecuador, Bolivia, Colombia, Peru, and Venezuela before flowing into the Atlantic Ocean. So it goes through quite a lot of South America. Now the Amazon flows through the largest rainforest in the world, and the important thing to know is the Amazon River is not a company that just delivers packages to your house. So we got 2 pictures here, 2 diagrams. The top one is showing the path of the river from its source all the way to its mouth at the Atlantic Ocean. And if you look at the picture at the bottom, you can see the river snaking and meandering its way through the Amazon rainforest. And if you look at how much vegetation and trees are there, it is called the lungs of the earth because it provides so much oxygen for us. Let's move on. We've got the River Nile. Now the River Nile is 6,650 kilometers long, making it the longest river in the whole world. So the Nile is in a different continent. It's in Africa, and it is in northeastern Africa. It runs through the Sudan, Burundi, Rwanda, DR Congo, Tanzania, Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda, and Egypt. Now you'll find the source of this river not on a mountainous plateau, but you'll find it in a rainforest, and its mouth this time is in the Mediterranean Sea. And the ancient Egyptians have depended on this river for thousands of years. And the banks of the Nile, so the sides, are full of valuable minerals which help farmers grow crops because the soil is so fertile and it just grows really quickly and grows rich. Now, closer to home, we've got the River Thames. Now, the Thames is 346 kilometers long, so not as long as the other rivers, but it's the longest river in England. The source of the Thames is at Thames Head in Gloucestershire, and it flows into the North Sea at the Thames estuary. Now the river is used for tourism mostly, but its main use was for transporting goods in and out of the country. So this river used to have goods come from Australia and China and India and all over the world when Britain was the most powerful country in the world. Now you'd know the Thames if you've been to London, because if you look in that picture you can see Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament. Or if you watch EastEnders, you'll see it at the start during the titles when the camera zooms out and you'll see the river meandering its way through the City of London. So those are some of the world's biggest and most important rivers, and there are many more which you can find on the posters that I have put on the rest of this page. Your task is to create your own fact poster about any one of those rivers. You could also go onto your own website and create a web page about the rivers. And if you also look on this page, I've put a glossary, a bit of a sheet full of keywords and facts that you can use to make it sound super important. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back next time with some more rivers closer to home.